Bro, your mom's kitchen is not the problem, your mindset is. And what I mean by that is like a lot of us just write off getting jacked in a brown household because we think because our foods, because our culture, we just can't get jacked. Which obviously is not true because, you know, I'm kind of these, right? But again, I'll go into some things where like a lot of people write things off and it's just, I think, education or just like not spending enough time learning or maybe not even spending enough time applying some of the things we know. So number one thing, a common myth I see is like people are like, your roti makes you fat. Understand, roti does not make us fat. It's the calories we intake over a long period of time that puts us in a slight surplus that ends up leading to some body fat gain. Again, there could be other external reasons like stress, cortisol, all that stuff, but the main principle will be there's too much calorie intake and not expending any of the energy, right? Because understand how the calories work. If you intake a lot of energy, but you don't expend that energy in terms of working out, walking, movement, anything like that, the body is like, I'm gonna store this extra energy for later use, aka body fat, which we don't end up using, right? So that's how fat gain happens. It's not the roti that's making us fat. Number two, desi foods don't have protein. Again, this is just us writing things off and it's our mindset. If you look for the higher protein foods, you'll still be able to find them, right? So you have to put in a little bit extra effort and you'll notice you can get more protein in while being in a brown household, okay? And if you're non-vegetarian, you have no excuses here. If vegetarian, there's some foods I'll go over. That way you can integrate some of these foods in there, okay? So first off, change your mindset. You can get jacked, you know, like me, if you just put in the work and put in time instead of writing brown household equals no gains, because that's not true. Number two, there are a lot of ways to get protein in still, right? So understand, if you have some dal rice, throw some Greek yogurt on the side, throw some cottage cheese on the side. Have some paneer, but understand paneer might be a little bit higher in fat, so lower the paneer portion and have a little more tofu on the side. Throw some protein powder in your atta, right? Throw some anda bhurji, you know, put some eggs together, put some egg whites in there, have normal eggs, or replace some of your dudh, some milk with some Fairlife milk. Understand, these are still ways you can get your protein in. And if you're vegetarian, these are some options. If you're not vegetarian, eggs, chicken, all the other meats, it's all ball game, right? And the reason I'm not showing you guys recipes, because I don't want to fake the video and be like, yo, like this is how you cook this, cook that. I'm not the best cook. So what I kind of do, if there's some dal and rice at home, I'll just put it in a bowl and measure the rice out, measure the dal out, right? Because obviously you can still measure when it's cooked. And I'll throw some Greek yogurt on the side. So I'm still getting some protein in. If I'm having like chole bhature, for example, I'll have chole bhature, right? But then I'll also have some Greek yogurt on the side to get that protein in, right? Or I'll have chicken because I'm non-vegetarian. So understand, there's lots of foods that are still high in protein. Yes, be mindful of the fact that yes, if you're having a little bit extra paneer, it might be higher in fats. If you're having badam as your protein source, it's gonna be a little higher in fats. If you're having dal, that might be a little bit higher in carbs, not as much protein. But that's where you have to just educate yourself, and that's where obviously you're here, and be mindful and be like, okay, how can I get my protein intake? And you can replace and undulate some of your meals to hit that number, right? So again, these are some food sources that will get you your protein intake. The last point on protein in general, I think protein sometimes gets overkill. Like a lot of us are like, yo, protein, protein, protein. But yo, like protein isn't the end all be all, right? You just want to make better food decisions in general. You just want to have whole food diet, less processed foods, less fast foods, less eating out in general, eat homemade meals, and you will feel better, you will look better, you'll have more energy, you'll go to the gym, you'll get jacked, okay? So besides protein, you still want to make good food choices in general, okay? But these are some ways you can get higher protein stuff in your diet while being in a brown household. Number three, watch out for these three things. Number one being the oil. I know our parents or our mom, whoever cooks the food, or if you cook, we just love throwing a bunch of oil, bunch of tail in there. So first off, try to just lower the portion of that, right? And then also what I would suggest is try using some ghee, like ghee, butter, or like coconut oil to cook instead. Olive oil and avocado oil are cool as well, but you can't really cook as much with them. But first off, please lower the oil portion. Right away, you'll notice a massive dip in your calories. You'll be like, yo, I'm dropping weight without taking out roti, dal, nothing. I just lowered the oil portion. Number two, cut out the deep fried shit, man. Like there's so much stuff we eat that is mad deep fried. If you see how all these foods are cooked, pakode, jalebiyan, samosa, like you're having a couple of these, hitting like 600-700 calories without even feeling like you're eating anything, right? And the next day you feel like shit, you're feeling bloated, right? So please improve your food choices, but you have to be mindful about it. Less oil, less deep fried. And number three, the devil is always in the dosages, right? A lot of us, we can get away with eating a lot of these foods if you just eat a little bit less. But our mentality is like, yo, there's a Punjabi cookie box in front of me. I'm gonna have one, I'll have another one, and I'm gonna kill the whole box. Instead, just have one, enjoy that cookie, be mindful how that cookie tastes, be like, that was a sick cookie, but I'm gonna stop at that one cookie, right? But we don't stop there. We have a mentality I just can't stop eating. But that's our mentality, right? If we tell our mind, I'm not someone who just keeps binge eating, you won't be somebody who binge eats. But you've told yourself you like binge eating, right? Especially when it comes to our foods. I understand they're bomb, man. I love them too. But being mindful of this will go a long way in terms of reducing body fat, but also getting jacked, okay? So watch out for oil, watch out for deep fried stuff, and then watch out for just lowering your portion sizes. Lastly, I'm showing you guys a little bit of a sample structure of your day, right, for your meals. This should help you kind of, like put all the stuff we talked about into practice. You can even send me a DM or you check the Google Drive at the bottom. It's like a nice little care package where some recipes are. And at this time, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It goes a long way on my end. Really trying to get, this information out there, because a lot of people in our culture, we spend all our life working, and then we're spending the later half of our life in the hospital. So I don't want that to happen, obviously. And I don't want to see my parents go through that, right? So having this information back in our mind, we can make better decisions in our household, which will also impact our future generation, but also our parents, right? And then we all live nice and happy with people we love, okay? So, going back to the main topic, this is a sample way you can structure your meals, right? Number one, you can start off your day with like some oats with some Fairlife milk, almond butter, and some blueberries. It's gonna be nice and satiating, right? You can throw in a little bit more protein if you want to, if you're trying to get more protein in, but this should give you enough protein, fats, and fiber, which should make you feel nice, satiated for like hours on end. So you can have this at like 8 or 9 a.m. You should be blessed to like 12 or 1. Do a little workout if you can, go for a walk. And then lunchtime, you can do some dal, roti, sabji. That's totally blessed. Just throw in some Greek yogurt on the side to get your protein in. Snack-wise, you can do some cottage cheese, some almonds, berries, right? That's totally blessed. You can also just do Greek yogurt and like pumpkin seeds here if you wanted to. And then dinner time, some chole rice, salad, bless. And then pre-bed, you can do like a Fairlife protein shake or like just like a normal protein shake. You can also do a couple of snacks like Fairlife milk shake with like apple on the side, like a cottage cheese salad. You can also do some sourdough bread, right, with some eggs if you do eggs, right? You can even do dal or quinoa, right? Chickpea pasta, lentil pasta. You just have to look out for those things, right? You can even do some tofu and potatoes if you wanted to. Tofu, potatoes, and veggies, right? But this is a sample meal structure, the way I would kind of approach a diet if you're vegetarian, for example. If you're not vegetarian, you can easily replace some of this stuff, and you can add some chicken in there. You can throw some eggs in there easily. If you eat beef, you can put some beef in there. But yeah, understand, if you're brown, you can still get jacked. So please stop letting your mind stop you. It's just straight excuses, right? I'm in a brown household, I can't do this, I can't do that. But it's not our culture that holds us back. It's our excuses and mindset, okay? So please, next time you make this excuse in your head, be like, your Ronit said, I can still get jacked, right? If I just follow some of these guidelines and be more mindful about what my eating habits are, right? So yeah, please start tracking your calories, start following some meal structure like this, track your body weight pictures, so like you're not just guessing and just kind of going in circles, okay? And again, please subscribe, comment below what you guys like seeing, any other things you guys want to see. How'd you guys like this video, right? Anything else you guys want to see? And again, check out tryingtogetjacked.com. Anyone needs one-on-one coaching, I'm here. Happy to help. But again, hope this video helped. Please share with everybody. It goes a long way on my end. Let's make our lives better, future generations' life better, parents' life better by getting healthier and jackeder. Okay? Take it easy, guys. Appreciate you.